everyone, welcome. Today I am going to show you how to make a basic nut milk. So I've been talking about leaky gut, and actually stabilizers or emulsifiers often contribute to leaky gut, which emulsifiers are found in most shelf-stable boxed nut milks or non-dairy milks. So let's get started. This can be done with most nuts. Most commonly, you'll see almonds, hazelnuts. I often use coconut. And it's actually good to switch it up a little bit, because otherwise, if you're drinking one type or using one type all the time, then you can develop a sensitivity to it, or your body will react to it a little bit. So as in everything, variety is great. So to start with, I'm doing almonds today, and I have soaked the almonds overnight in filtered water with just a little bit of salt, and that pulls out the phytates, which are in a lot of nuts and other foods to make it less digestible. It's just something that plants have developed in order to continue their species. So I've done that, and so I will rinse them to get the salt off. Let's see if I can get them all out. Hold on, I got a little bit stuck. Let me grab a fork. Okay, so I'll rinse them, and then I'm going to blend them with hot water. And so this is before they were soaked. This was 1 cup of nuts, and I'm going to combine them with 4 cups or 1 quart of hot water. So this is boiling, so I'll mix it with, and use filtered water. Okay, so then I'm going to add the nuts to the water and blend. And this is very loud, so I'll let you skip some of this. You can do this with any blender. I have a high-speed blender because I do a lot of smoothies and this kind of thing, so this works best, but you can do it with any household blender. Okay, the noise is over. So now, this is the way that I do it. You can use whatever you have in your own home. You don't need to go out and buy anything. This just works for me. It's what I have. This was a canning funnel. So I'm using a quart jar, a canning funnel, and a strainer. And the strainer mostly keeps everything contained. And then this is a nut milk bag. You can also use cheesecloth. There are jelly bags. I've used those as well, but this is actually a nut bag. I'll put a link to this in the post. So I just put it around, and then I pour it through. Depending on how much I'm making, I will sometimes do 2 batches of this. It just depends. You only want to make as much as you'll use in 3 or 4 days, because there are no preservatives, so it will go bad probably after maybe 4 days. it won't be so great. And then I just squeeze the water out. And this is a little bit hot, so I'm not going to do all of it right now. Often I'll let it sit and cool off a little bit. And then I like to add a little bit of vanilla. You don't have to, but I think it tastes good. Just about a half teaspoon or so of pure vanilla. And then, so this is the nut milk, and then you'll have the leftover blended almond meal in here. And you can actually use this in pancake or baked goods, whatever you would use flour in. I used to use it in pancakes quite a bit when my kids were a little bit younger and like that. And it just adds a little bit of extra protein. So pancakes, muffins, you'll see I have a link to a breakfast muffin recipe along with the recipe for this. And other than that, that's it. Super easy, and you avoid the emulsifiers in the boxed nut milks, and it's cheaper. So take care and have a great day. Bye.